Okay, I think the two. One is live, one is still rotating, and I think it's live already also. But I'm coming. Let me see this. Good evening. Don't worry, I will mute your side. I think there is noise underground, so I've muted your side already. Okay. Good evening. And this one, I think, is already live. I have to copy. Sorry, I want to check this second one. If you can hear me, you can speak so that I can be able to know. If I'm not echoing, let me know. If you can hear me speak, let me know. If it's not echoing, let me know as well, please. Let me know if it is not echoing, if you can hear me very well. There is a chat box below if you want to send message. So you can send message via this chat box as well. So you can send message via this chat box as well. So you can send message via this chat box as well. Okay. Are we ready? Can you hear me? Can anyone hear me? Okay. Okay, good evening, ma. Good evening. Yes, ma. Good evening, good evening, good evening. So we can just I think we are four today. We are four already. So while waiting little for others, let me just start the timer. So let the timer start like that so that we know in less than 5 minutes we'll start. We are five now. Okay, 4 people have joined. We are five. So once my audio started doing or my network, please kindly call my attention by either sending message or help me to tell my guy will just notify me so that we will not okay, so that I will not just be talking. Okay. So let's talk. If you are ready, let's know so that we can we have like almost 5 topic that I mixed together that we are going to talk today. So that we can be fast on it, not wasting so much time on it. So we okay, it's still working. Hello.
Yes, so we can start with you.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. So let's get started today. So today we are in day 3 of our study, and then so today we'll be talking about the light that we can see either on the road or in our car. So I'll be showing us the images of those lights and I explain it. And also we are going to talk about alcohol also, and the medicament, and how to install ourselves in the car, and if you want to leave the car, how are we going to leave the car. We are going to talk about it. We are going to talk about how to load our car and the dimension also, and we are going to do some calculations before some questions. I prepare like 5 questions that we are going to answer live today. So I hope we are ready. If you are ready, let me know in the comment section that yes, we are ready. And if you are live, joining us live from Facebook, I have 2 Facebook, YouTube, the horizontal and the vertical. So let me know where you are joining me from as well. Okay, so we are getting started now. I said we are going to briefly talk about the lights, and so this first one is going to be on traffic lights. So traffic lights, what are the importance of traffic lights? Traffic light is used to regulate the traffic at an intersection. So depending on the color display, that is what will allow the user to know whether to cross an intersection or not. So it is very important for candidates that is trying, that we are going to write code de la rue, to know what behavior to adopt when we are facing with light traffic. And we know generally the light is either red. Okay, let me point to you. So we have either red, blue, yellow or green. Okay, that is the light that we have. We have either red, yellow or green. That is what you can see in this picture that I put. So when we have the yellow light is the most complicated part. So we need to take very attention when we are seeing yellow light. So when yellow light is flashing, that sometimes yellow light will be flashing. It means that you have to traverse, that is to pass the light with prudency. If it is blinking like this, okay, and you will need to control your right, your left before you go. Maybe there is a motorcycle or there is peloton. But when the yellow light is at the middle, and like this, when the yellow light is at the middle, you see this second panel that I brought out, this second panel. Let me remove this line so that it will help us to understand this panel that I just brought now out, this yellow panel, this new panel that I brought out, I circled it. When it at the middle, it means that the light is faulty. Is at the middle, it means the light is faulty. If it is flashing, it will be under. That is the first diagram. If it is faulty, the yellow will be at the middle. What are you going to do when the yellow is at the middle? If you take note, at each intersection there is always a panel, that is a panel that accompany the traffic light. That panel will come to use when the light is flashy, is faulty. That is when the yellow light has started flashing at the middle. That is when that panel is going to be useful. So if you see this first panel that I showed here, this first panel, which is called priority punctual, and I've explained I think The last week video that I did, if you have not watched it, I think I've dropped the link. Just take your time to watch it. I said this panel, anytime you are seeing this panel, it means that you have the priority at the next junction. At that junction that you are the priority. Anyone from the small arrow like this, they will have to stop for someone that is in that big arrow. Okay, that is the difference. That is it. If you have this panel, that is what you need to understand. Another panel that you will see in case the light is flashing and is faulty is this panel. What is the name of this panel? It means priority character. What does it mean? It means that at pleasure intersection, at pleasure junction, you have the priority to pass until you are going to see the far of this panel, the one that they will draw the red line upon. That is when you will know that you don't have priority again. So once the yellow light is not working, or once all the light is not working and it's just a yellow light flashing, or none of the light is working, it is a panel that will take in place. So that is why it is important to know the meaning of each panel at every point in junction, at every junction. Okay, we still have another panel, which this third panel, it's the same thing as céder le passage. It is called céder le passage. That means you have to give way to anyone coming from your right. So they will not write it that give way to anyone coming from your right. Okay, they will not write that. Just note that they won't write a give way to anyone that is coming from your right. Just make sure you know that that is the rule of these other two panel that I want to circle these two panel, this one and this one. They mean the same thing. They are called céder le passage. Okay, so you have to give right to anyone coming from your left or from your right. But the other first two panel is you that you have priority. Okay, so in case there is no panel, or the absence of light is not working, the only thing is you have to give priority à droite. Is the same thing that you are going to use. Is the priority à droite, but in this case they will not put, if they did not put any panel under each of the lights, it means priority à droite will take place. Any vehicle or any driver that is coming at your right hand, they will be the first one to go. That is the order to go. So most of the time, this light is always in the question, or this priority, they will be asking you who is supposed to go first. So you have to make sure you take note that the priority à droite, somebody that is coming from your right, half right, and then these other ones, let me recycle them, so that these other ones, you have to, these other two here, this and this, and this, it means they have to give you right to go. You are the one that have right. It's just that the first one is just one junction and the other one is pleasure junction. So that's just the difference between all this panel. So we are finished about this. The red light means you have to stop. Stop is stop. And the yellow light, the yellow light, which the one that I explained here, it means go. The yellow light is go, the red is stop. You have to stop. So now we go to the different type of this light position is found in a car. Okay, when you are driving your car, you have this light. So all these lights have their importance. So what are the importance? When you see these two signal of light, this up one and the down one, they mean the same thing. They mean position light. That is for the position. Okay, what are they useful for? Normally these two lights, we have two in the front. The two of this light in the front, they are white, and the two at the back, they are red. Okay, so it's two white at the front and two at the back. And what are we doing with this light? When can this light be useful? So one thing that this light is useful for is only to be seen. That is, in French they will say uniquement d'être vu, so that they can see us, that okay, we are coming. It might be maybe dark or not dark. When we on this light, so we can be able to see. And this light, it can only be visible at 150 meters. So they normally ask question on this light also. Almost all the light that I'm talking about today, they normally ask question on them. And this light can be used during the day or or you can use it in the tunnel as well. So we should take note of this light. It's very important. And we should also know this light can be used maybe in an area where you are parking your car and there is no light in that, there is no street light. It is compulsory for you to on this position light down when you park your car if there is no light. Hello, is anyone hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you.
You can hear me? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So let me continue. Hold on, some. They can hear me. Please adjust yourself. So let's continue. They said they are signaling me that they can't hear me here. That's why I said let me know if you are hearing me. Once my microphone just goes off, please kindly notify me. So let's continue. So where there is no light, I said this position light we must on it light when we are parking our car outside agglomeration. That is when it normally where there is no light, when they don't have light. So we are talking about this light. This light is called feu de croisement, which I said in English is low beam headlight. Okay, this light sorry, I want to clean this line that I put here. Unable to, I want to clean this line that I drew. Unable, I can, so that we can be able to see. So we are talking about outside, we are talking about feu de croisement now. So this feu de croisement is what? Feu de croisement, it means that what is the importance of this feu de croisement? It allows us to be seen. Okay, that is someone that is at our back will be able to see us. Someone that is in front of will also see that somebody has on the light already. Okay, can you hear me? Why is I want to facade this thing and it's not giving me the opportunity to clean it. Sorry. I'm unable to clean this circle that I drew here. I don't know why. So, and it's disturbing what I'm doing. I can't clean it. I don't know why. Okay, I think I know why. It's from where I wrote it. I need to go and clean it. Yeah. Thank you. I've done that. Sorry. Okay, yeah. I'm coming back now. Okay. So this feu de croisement, it is to be seen and to be seen, which is voir and d'être vu. That is what Français will call it, voir and d'être vu. And it allows us to see like 30 meters ahead of us. So in the question, they might ask us also, because most of these lights, they normally ask the question about them. Okay, and it's on either yellow or white in color. So it depends on the type of the marker of the car. So it's either yellow, the light is either yellow or white, but the picture is always green. And what you should also know is that in this feu de croisement, the lines they bend. Okay, it's different from feu de route. Okay, the lines is bent towards down. But when we are talking about feu de route, which is the high beam headlight, this one, the light is straight like this. That is the light. It's a full light, the one that we normally call full light. And this full light is dazzle. Okay, and this full light can see very far, like 100 meters away. That is what this full light can see. It's 100 meters away. And most of the time, the full light is it dazzling eyes. So they will tell you that at what condition you can use this full light. If a car is at your back, is coming from your front, you have to change it, switch it to this light immediately. If you are, maybe you are on the street or on the road where there is no light at all, and you are driving and you just saw that a car is coming from far, you have to change your light to this light. You will not stay on this light because it's going to dazzle the driver that is coming in your front. So it is dangerous to others, this light. So we have to be very careful, and we have to know when to use it and when not to use it. So that is one thing that we should also know. And also this light, if you anytime you use this light, maybe during fog season, and we are using this light, it almost complements with a foggy light. We are going to get to that very soon. So I'm just trying to tell us that this light, it complements a fog light, which they call faux de brouillard. Avant, it is not the arrière. So, or you are on the narrow road, a road that is curved, you can use this light as well, so that maybe to be able to see the side of the road very well. That is the importance of this light and the faux de brouillard that they talks about. So we should always be careful. And sometimes so many people use it to communicate with other users. If you don't want to horn, because we know that horning is not recommended to use. Most of the time we flash our lights, we flash the light. So it is this light that we normally flash. Maybe you want to call attention of a driver, you flash this light, the driver will know you are talking to him or her. Maybe you want a driver to pass before you, then you flash this light, he understands. So all driver on the road understand the meaning of this light. Okay, so we go to the next light. As I said, is to see very far lower, 100 meters, and on your board, tap the board, that is the light that you will see on while you are driving, is always blue. Just take note of that. So we are going to this is the faux de brouillard avant, that is front fog light. This front fog light, what is the purpose? Is to be seen and to be seen also. Voir ou d'être vu. Okay, seen and to be seen. So this light, when do we use this light? It's very important to know when we must use this fog light. You can see the difference between this front fog light and the faux de croisement. They are almost the same thing. It's just the difference is this front fog light, it has a line on it. So just take note of that. That is the way you will be understanding it. And when do we use this light? One, when there is a severe weather, like when it is raining, you have to on this light. Okay, when there is fog, when they call it when the weather is not very clear, fog. We all know what is the meaning of fog. Abi, am I right? We all know the meaning of fog. When the weather is not clear, so this light you must on it also. And when there is snow, this light also, it comes to place. And as I said, when you are passing through a narrow road, this light also can be used. That is when I said this light can be used to complement the faux de route that we just talked about. It's used to complement this light. Okay, so just let us know that. So we'll go to the next one, which is faux de brouillard arrière. I call it back fog light. That is the way I believe the only way we can understand it. Back fog light, faux de brouillard arrière. That is what they call the light. What is the purpose of this light? Is to be d'être vu. D'être vu means to be seen. People at your back should be able to see you. That is the meaning of this light. Okay, and this light, it is very, very bright. It's brighter than it's brighter than this light. This light is brighter than this light. Okay, it's not the same. That's why they will tell you that this light, it can only be used in two conditions. That we can use this light. One, during fog weather, and two, during snow. You don't use this light when it is raining. Okay, this one is only two seasons, this time that we're going to use fog and snow. During raining season, that's why you see me that I put this kwa. This kwa means no, you don't use this light when it is raining. Okay, only those two period, fog and snow. Okay, and on the other, it is so because, as I said, it is very bright, and when you are using it during the raining weather, it's going to dazzle the driver behind you. You know, in the raining, we are not seeing well before, and we are still now using this light, so it's going to dazzle our eyes. And this light is orange, so we should know that. You might see it in the question as well. So you see how they face. Arrière is to our right, avant is to our left, so we should be able to use that to differentiate them. Okay, so we go to the next one. I said this one, I said, what is the weather like? That is how to know when to use this light. We have compulsory light and we have optional light. So I want to explain to us, because this also can come out in, and not even can, may come out also in the question. And sometimes in the question they might ask you like DOA, that is D-O-T. Anyway, any question that you see that means I must, D-O-T-I. It means I must. Don't overthink it. It means compulsory, that what you must use. That is DOA. Then POU, this is P-E-U-X. It means, let me try to write it out. I said DOA is D-O-I-T. Okay, or P, I want to write it out so that we can be able to see it. P-E-U-X. Okay, so the first one, which is DOA, it means a must, something that you must do. If you see any question like that, something that you must do. But where you see P-E-U-X, it means optional, something that is not compulsory to use. That is what is called optional light. Okay, so let's now continue. When we are in the snow, in maybe raining season, raining weather, what are the compulsory light to on? One, you must on your feu de croissant. I've shown you this. And what is the optional light that you need to on? Is your brouillard arrière, avant, the one at the front. Don't forget. So these two lights, the first one is compulsory, croisement. When it's raining, you have to on this light. And the option is the front, the other one, which is the foyer arrière, avant. Sorry. So it's option. That one is option, but the first one is compulsory. So during fog weather, which light do you need to on? Compulsory light, feu de croisement. It is compulsory for us to on this feu de croisement as well. Okay, and then which light is optional? We have feu de arrière plus feu avant. They are optional, but during fog weather, because I've already mentioned when we need to on this. So I just say let me do it in a picture way that you can be able to remember. Okay, during fog weather, these three light must be on. One is DOA, other one is POU, something that you can. And we have this during the snow season, when it's snowing, which light is compulsory to on? It is croisement. Croisement is the most important light that it must be functioning. Okay, and the optional type is the feu brouillard avant and the feu brouillard arrière. So it is optional, it is not compulsory, but just because it is during snow, we just have to on them. Okay, it is optional, but we have to on them. So we'll go to the next one. I said, where are you driving? Where am I? I put myself in the position of I am the driver. That's why I put where am I driving. So you yourself will not put yourself in the driver position, that where are you driving. So we are going to see the condition and the type of light according to what is the weather, or what is the condition of where you are driving. Are you driving in the city? Are you driving on the highway? Are you driving outside the city? That is what we are talking about here. So in case you are driving in the city, what is the condition? Clear mean, is there any light? Is it clear? Maybe is the weather okay? If the weather is okay, what light do you need to use? You use for the position light plus for the croisement when the weather is clear. When the weather is clear, these two lights is what you are going to use. When the weather is not clear, maybe it's raining, maybe there is fog, which light are you going to use? but you should just take note. We are going to use for the root. Okay, when you know the condition that attached to this for the root. When nobody is in your front, that is when you are going to use this for the root. Okay, once somebody is in your front, you change it immediately to for the croisement. That is the condition with this for the root. So we should be careful while using that for the root. But if it is not clear and nobody is in your front, then you can use it so that you can be able to see plus loin. As I said, it's 100-meter distance that it can see. Okay, so if you are outside the city and it is clear, which is clearage, which light are you going to use? For the croisement. Outside the city, okay, when it is clear. Then when the weather is not clear, the same rules that apply in the city is the same rule that apply here for the route. But when somebody is coming, you change it immediately to for the croisement. Okay, so if let's assume the road is narrow, as I said, they call it route sinuous. Okay, so when driving in such, I've told you also already that when it is clear, when it is not clear, we are going to use for the route, and when somebody is coming, we change it immediately. Plus, always when the road is narrow, we must put our for the brouillard avant. As I've said, we must put our for the brouillard avant there. So that is all about light and all the light. That is what they are all about. Okay, so we'll go to the next topic of today, which I said we are going to talk about alcohol and medicine. Okay, when we are talking about alcohol, this alcohol is very deep, but I will try and just make it briefly and try to simplify it for us. But the more we are washing it, because alcohol is not something that you will understand immediately. It takes time to understand it. You cannot just understand it, but I will try as much my best to break it down for us to help us to understand it. But by the time we are going back to wash it again, maybe we'll have a clear understanding. Okay, we should just first of all know that in France here, for an experienced driver, the level of blood of alcohol for anyone that is drinking alcohol that is expected to be in his blood is 0.5. Okay, blood, if they test you, is 0.5, or there is another one they call is 0.25 year. That is year, so it's 2. That's why I said it takes time. But for driver that is new, you are new until after 3 years, so your own must be 0.2. Is 0.2 is 0.2. They are almost telling you that a new driver do not have right to drink, because if you drink, your blood level per liter will be more than 0.2. So they are indirectly telling new driver that have A. New driver always have A. Indirectly, they are telling the new driver, do not drink. But they won't say don't drink. So if you drink, it's better not to drive. Okay, and we should also know that 1 in 3 accidents happens due to alcohol. Okay, due to alcohol, accident happens, and most of the time, if your blood is being tested and it is 0.8, that is 0.8 gram liter of blood, it is crime directly. They call it daily. Okay, that means your driver license will be seized. Maybe they will give you sanction. They will remove points, and it has a big point that they normally remove due to alcohol. And also, we should also note that 30% of fatal accidents in the land of France, according to the statistics, is caused by alcohol. Okay, it's caused by alcohol. So when we are talking about alcohol, they now give us these statistics. They say when you are drinking beer, the first one is beer. So you have 25. One beer is 25 cl. That is liters. So we should be careful when you are drinking wine. The second one is wine, and they are telling you that when they say that you have 0.5 in one of each of this wine that they throw here. This is beer, this is wine, this is champagne, and this is whiskey. And it is 0.25. It is 0.25 that you have inside of it. What does that indicate? What does that tell us? It tells us that the the new driver cannot drink, because if one bottle of beer, it has 0.25 gram liter in it, then they have already told you that you don't need to drink. So don't just, as a new driver, don't drink. So then as an experienced driver, take your time. So it is advisable not to even drink, so that you won't be part of the people that is causing all these accidents. Okay, so we are talking about the effect. What is the effect of alcohol? What can alcohol do for us, affect us while driving? One, it will decrease our reaction time. So I put it here, allongement, increase our reaction time. Allongement du temps de réaction. Okay, and the next thing I can do is it will decrease our field of view. That is, diminish our champ. How do we see? How far can we see? We will see less, we will see blurry, we will not be able to see very far. So that is decrease. I'm putting it in French because the question will be in French. The English is for more explanation. Okay, then the next thing, another effect is it will decrease our attention, concentration, and reflex. That is, diminuer de l'attention, de la concentration, de reflex. Okay, another thing that it will do is it will alteration of the perspective of speed and distance. We will not be able to know whether we are overspeeding or not. It will affect that. Okay, and the next one is we increase our sensitivity. That is, we will think we can do it. We can think we can climb up. And our eyes, as I said, it blurs our eyes as well. And also it reduces this perception of danger. That is what I'm trying to say before, that we will think we can go, we can overtake, we can move very fast. Our concentration will be loose. So if somebody that know that, yes, so me, I am driving, we should be careful. And once your blood is being tested and is 0.30 in the blood, you know that the person is we should just be careful. Okay. So how did they control this alcohol? They have two things to control this alcohol. They call one with telos test, and the other one, this telos test, is normally the one that the police will use when they stop you. Maybe they saw that you are over driving, or the way you are driving, it is something that is over. Be careful. So they will test you. That one is sure. They will just come and test you. Sorry, I want to cancel this. They will test you, and once they test you with TILO test, it normally comes out in the questions most of the time. This TILO test, it normally comes out. And if they test you and they find that no, they cannot get it accurately, so they will force you to blow in, they call another one tilometer. So when you blow it, that's when they will now determine how much of the alcohol is in your blood. So in case if it is greater than 0, then when you do this, which is greater than 0, it means you are already on infraction. Okay, so let's take notes. So we go to the medicine. We are going to talk about medicine. Another reason of causes of accident is medicine, no medication. Most of us will just go and buy drugs. We don't read the notice that is reading on it, whether you have right to drive or you don't have right to drive. There is all the drug, we know there is alcohol, or there is drug and the alcohol inside it. So we should just, when we are using a medication, we should always read the notice there, whether it is something that will allow us to drive or something that will not allow us to drive, because it will impact the behavior of a driver. Okay, so we have the first picture is this picture. We have level 1. There are 3 levels. So this is level 1. What does this level 1 mean? It means when you are taking drugs that have this yellow background, it means you have to be careful. So do not drive without reading the notice. But because it is yellow, it allows you to drive, but read the notice. What did the notice said about this drug? Okay, that is for that. Then the second one is orange color. This orange color also is telling you that be careful, you can drive, but ask for your doctor's advice, the medical personnel advice, before jumping on your car and started going. That is what this one is all about. So we should be careful when we can drive, but you need to ask your driver. Well, I said driver, we need to have your medical personnel, your doctor, can I drive while taking this with this, so that they can be able to tell us, okay, yes, you have the right to drive, or you don't have the right to drive. Okay, so the next one also is red. This, once you see this red, it means that no, it's danger, do not drive. Okay, do not drive. You still ask your, when maybe after sometimes you have taken it and then you see that you are getting better, then that is when they now say, before driving, ask your medical personnel before you start using, because you are using the red one, that means do not drive. And after sometimes maybe you can now ask your driver, can I start driving? Is the one that will tell you. Okay, and generally pharmacists, that is the pharmacy that we are also provide information on the hazard. Maybe they are selling drug for you, the pharmacist also will tell you that if you are driving, don't take this. So okay, so we are talking about the medication. Mostly on medication, this is the three things that is always there, or every time. It doesn't change. It doesn't change. Am I making sense? Let me know if I'm making sense. So
Yes, sir.
thank you.
Yes, sir, you are.
So we go on, we go to the fatigue, tiredness. This one is tiredness. Number one thing that you should know is tiredness also, it causes accidents. When you are tired on the road, it causes accidents. So they call it, in French they will call it somnolence. Okay, it's when you are feeling sleepy when you are driving. So you have the advice is that when you are driving, maybe you are going on a long journey, they will tell you, fair arrest, pause. That is every 2 hours you drive, stop for 20 minutes to gain your stamina back. Maybe you are tired, you just come down and stretch your leg. They will ask you, there is a question that have come through. They said, maybe when you are taking that 20 minutes rest, maybe should you be calling or talking on phone, or what should you do? That is that question. Well, that answer to that question is relax. Don't choose calling maybe your husband or your wife or talking on phone. They want you to relax. So the answer will be just relax yourself, or if possible, just take a nap for that 20 minutes, if possible, in your car. Okay, that is the advice. And they also advise that it is advisable to drive between 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. It's advisable not to drive between 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. and 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. They advise, maybe it's the time that people used to tired coming from work, they said it is advisable not to drive. Sometimes it's in the question, or between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. So they said they consider those two periods as a period of relaxation. So it is that they advise us, but you know that everybody, maybe you are going to work and your work is far, you still have to go. So but that is just the Code de la Rue advice. So we are now going, we have finished about medication and then alcohol. So we are going to installation and leaving your vehicle. How to install yourself when you want to enter vehicle. This one, sometimes it comes out from the question. They will ask you, what is the order that you have to do it. Order, that is what we are going to talk about. How to do it. What is the first thing that you must do when you enter the car? So number one, the first thing is to adjust your seat. Either if it is too low, there is a way to take it up. Okay, that is what they call profondeur et hauteur. Okay, régler le siège. That is the depth and the height. Check the depth, whether it is too forward or it is too backward. Try to regulate it, and if it is too low, take it up. If it is too high, bring it down. The next thing they will ask us is adjust our headrest, where the head normally rest on when we are driving. When you are the driver's side, all the seat in the car has it. So we have to adjust it, make it down. Make sure that the head, your head and the chair, when you put your hand like this, they are the same. I don't know if you are seeing my hand. They are the same when you put your hand like this on the chair and the headrest. They call it, okay, so they call it le dossier. That is what they call it in French, le dossier. You adjust it, okay. And the next thing is the head, okay, sorry, is the headrest. So I said l'appui-tête, and then we have to adjust our mirror inside and outside. You check whether you can be able to see the car coming from your left and from your right. You have to adjust the inside mirror and the back mirror. The inside mirror, they normally advise that it should be able to see the back mirror in full. That is when your inside mirror is perfect. Okay, so the last one is that you are going to do is 5 things. The last one is fasten your seat belt. When you do your steering, sorry, the second one is steering, not backrest. So when you do your steering, you should be able to, your hand should be fold like this. You can see me. It must not be straight. Let it fold like this when you want to drive. So they might ask you, is this driver well placed? Maybe the hand is like this. They might ask, they're asking the question, okay, because there are some questions I've treated like that. They will ask you if the position of the driver, is he okay? If any driver that is driving with straight hand is not okay, it must be flexible hand like this, so that you'll be able to manipulate the commands. Okay, so how do you leave your vehicle when you're leaving? You make sure your car is parked. That is stationary, parked. You make sure your car is parked. Then you open your door with your right hand. I will not overemphasize that. Always open the door with right. If you are the driver, always open your door. Even if you are just sitting down beside the driver, always open door with the other hand, opposite hand. Okay, if you are the passenger, open with this, driver open with this. Why did we need to do that? It will help us to see if there is a car coming behind us, or a bicycle, or because it will force you to turn your shoulder and look back. That is why it is advisable to open with our right hand, okay, as a driver, especially as a driver. So then you have to control your mirror, both interior, exterior, and the blind spot. Okay, the blind spot is something that you cannot see after your shoulder. When you do like this, you can't see anything at your back. That's why you need to turn to see it. That's what they call blind spot. They call it anglement. In French is anglement. And also, when you come down from your car, make sure you lock your car. It's important. Let's lock our car when we come down. Okay, so that is that. So we are just talking briefly about the accident. I just want to briefly talk about accident. Remember that 75%, normally they ask this question also, 75% of fatal accidents involve in men. Women are much less compared to men in fatal accidents. Okay, remember that. So men, so they normally ask sometimes. And then age, they also ask, is accident between age 20 and 24 as the most concerned by an accident. Okay, and when they're not asking accident of the pedestrian, we should always know that it's over 70 years and above. The people that are very slow, all these old people that cannot walk faster, they are the mostly affected by an accident. So we should know that. All these one are the questions on accidents. So, and also know that when there is an accident, the breaking down of vehicle, or there is an obligation to notify others that there is an accident, one thing you need to do, you have to put on your yellow vest and have your triangle placed 30 meters away. Don't forget, it's important. 30 meters away from the vehicle. Okay, 30 meters away. You can see from this small picture that I put here, 30 meters away. This question is also come out from question as well. So we must and when maybe your car broke down on the highway, please do not use this triangle. It is very dangerous because of the speed limits on the highway, 130 km/h. So this is not advised to use. It's only within the city where there is where the speed is limit very low, not like 130 km/h. So you don't use it. They can come out in the question as well. So now we are going to talk about dimension and load. So we should always know that the load must not exceed the front vehicle. Okay, I'm still going to show us the picture. One, load that your load must not exceed the front of your vehicle. When you're putting, maybe you want to buy something that is long and you want to put it on top of your load, it must not exceed it must not exceed the front bonnet. Okay, and also when it exceeds the front bonnet, the back bonnet, it must not be exceed, like it must be just 3 meter difference. And if you have 3 meter difference, that means you have to even put something to show that they have something like red to be able to indicate in case it is night. So if there is any light of the car that flashes it, you will be able to see that you have something at your head. And then if you are driving Permit B and you want to, I'm talking about the what do they call the remorque, something that will attach to our car. If you are driving permit B, is enough to carry the remorque of 750 kg. Okay, with permit B, it's okay. But once it is more than 750, okay, and but less than 3.5, permit B is still okay. But it's more than, but what you are carrying is less than 3.5, then permit B is still okay. In case it is more than 3.5, there's another formation that you must do. That formation is called B96. That is another formation entirely. If you are attaching something to your car, maybe you want to be carrying load something, so this is another formation that you must pass. And if the weight is more than 4.25 tons, that's another formation again that you must do as well. So that's why I brought this. This is your car. What I just explained about the load. This is your car. This is the load that you are putting on the roof of your car. I said it must not exist. You can see that diagram. It must not exist the front of your car. That is point 1. If it will exist it at the back, it must not be more than 3 meters. You can see from this that I drew, it must not be more than 3 meters. 3, 2, it's okay. It can be 1, it can be 2, it can be 3. Okay, that's why I drew this, so at least you can be able to understand what I'm explaining. Then I've talked about this. This is what I'm trying to talk about. I'm calling it remorque. If you're attaching this to your car, okay, this is what you should know. With 750, permit B is enough. With more than 750 but less than 3 tons, permit B is enough also. But 3 tons less than 4.2, permit B plus 7 hours training called B6, and the last one, which is more than 4.25 tons, then you have to do another one that is called permit BE. So just take note of this. So it is simple as that. So what I said is this. So we go to calculation. Abeg, this calculation is very, very important too. And this is the last thing that we are going to check today, and then we'll go to our questions. Okay, so we go to calculation. Okay, when we are talking about calculation, is what the distance that we are going to leave. Maybe you are driving your car and you saw a bicycle. How many distance you're supposed to leave? That is what you are talking about. So if you are driving in the city and there is a bicycle coming beside you, you must leave 1 meter for that bicycle. You can see in this picture 1 meter between you and the bicycle. If it is outside the city, you must leave 1.5 meter. This question, you will see it in the question most of the time. Also, if you have been treating questions, you will understand what I'm saying, that you will see it. So outside the city is more wider than inside the city. Okay, so you should understand it. And then another calculation that we are going to talk about is reaction time. Every time you want to react, it's always 1 second. 1 second. I repeat it. So anytime you want to react to any situation with a person that is in good condition, is 1 second. Maybe you saw a pedestrian that wants to cross, you must act within 1 second until you stop. That's when you will now decide when to stop. Then safety distance, it is 2 seconds. You must leave the space. I was telling us last week about the 2 DOW in the tunnel, and also the two safety distance. This is what they are talking about. 2 seconds is just between 2 seconds. Okay, and stopping distance is equals to the braking distance and the reaction time. So this is the definition of it. Okay, this thing is very important. Okay, so when we go to the next one now, we are going to talk about the reaction time. How to calculate this reaction time is very, very important. How to calculate it first. So I'm teaching us to calculate first. If they say, for example, if I am at speed of 50 km/h, to calculate the reaction time, I'm using 50 km/h for us now. To calculate the reaction time is going to be 5 times 3, which is going to be 15. You understand what I'm saying? Reaction time is going to be the first number. If you are driving at 60 km/h, and they now ask you that what is your reaction time, that is going to be, just take that 6 6, you throw the 0 inside the pubelle, multiply by 3, it will give you 15 meter. So they will ask in the question, it will be environ, that is between this and this just is 15. They might just say, they might give you maybe 16 or 14 in the answer, but you should know that in between that is the answer. They might give you, so you should know that when we are talking about reaction time, it is between, I'm using this example of 50 km/h. 5, you throw away the 0 and use 3 times 5, 15. So when we are talking about stopping distance, the stopping distance is multiplied by the same number by 2. When we are talking about by its mem, its own, that is 50 km/h times 5. The 5 times 5, 25. If it is at 90 km/h, that is 9 multiplied by 9. You will use its own itself to multiply itself. If they are saying you are driving at 70 km/h, what is the stopping distance? 70 km, that is 7 times 7, which is 49 meter. I hope it's clear. So the next one, if they are talking about safety distance. Safety distance is, you are going to multiply 50 multiplied by 6. By 6 is like the double of the, if you remember that we said this reaction time is 1, and we said this safety time, this safety distance is 2 seconds. So when they're not telling us that, because it's 1 by 1. So they're not telling us that this is 3, then the safety distance will be 6 because it's 2 seconds. That is what, just to understand it. So like what I normally use to be able to understand this is that I said, okay, safety distance, security start with S, which is the 6 also start with X. So that is how I used to separate it. It give me fast understanding that is when they are talking about safety distance, okay, it is 6. That is how I used to understand it, 6. So reaction time is 1 second, safety distance is 2 seconds. So it means it is double of reaction time is equal to safety distance. That's another logic again. Double of reaction time is equal to safety distance. Okay, so that is the way. So I want to give us this question, and I'm coming to see us now so that we can we should tell me the answer. Can we see this question that I'm showing us? Hello? So, yes. It was clear the first time.
Yeah, but all of a sudden it went a little blur. It's still blurry.
It's still blurry?
Yes.
It's okay now? I'm coming. What about now?
I think this is better.
Okay. So, let's answer this. I will read it in English for if you cannot understand. I said, we are driving at 40 km/h, and the distance between the vehicle in front of us, that is 20 meters. Is that enough? As a safety distance, is it enough?
Yes. 4 times 5 is 20.
4 times?
5.
No. We are talking about safety distance.
Say again.
We are talking about safety distance.
Oh.
They said we are traveling.
4 times 6.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. 4 times 6. So is it enough? Yes.
It's not enough.
Thank you. It's not enough. No, it is not enough. 4 times 6 is 24.
Yes.
So it is not enough. It must be more than 24. It must not be less than 24. Okay? So that is and first one. There's another one again. They said, let me read it in English. What should be the right distance? Okay, if are you okay? Are you hearing me? What should be the right distance? And it is much superior to my stopping distance. That is, we are talking about distance arrest.
Yeah.
So with this other question that I've asked before, they're now asking you that what is the distance arrest in this same question?
Yes, this is correct. 4 times 5, 20.
4 times 5,
20.
20. You are mixing it together. Why are you saying they're not talking about reaction time? You are
I thought reaction time is 3.
reaction time is 3. Yes. Why are you using 5? We are using 40 kilometer per hour. It's not 5.
4 times.
No, it's not 5. I'm bringing it back. What I'm using. See, for example, I said 50 kilometer per hour here. It can be anything. It's not necessary to be 55. It can be 60 kilometer, it can be 70 kilometer, it can be 80 kilometer. What I'm just saying is that with this 50 kilometer per hour, it depends on what is the kilometer per hour we are talking about. If they are talking about 90 kilometer per hour, that means it's going to be 9 instead of 5.
Okay.
Do you get it?
Stopping distance.
Yes.
Sorry, can you come again?
With which one?
The last question you just asked.
No, it's not 30 meter. The question is, assuming they are asking all these questions, they said, with the same distance that we are going here, this 40 kilometer per hour, what is going to be the distance arrest? Stopping distance is the same thing with distance arrest. Stopping distance is the same thing as distance arrest. That's why I'm bringing back this table for us to be able to see what is going to be the stopping distance. That is this. The safety distance is what? Yeah. Okay.
25.
It's not going to be 25. I'm talking about 40 kilometer per hour. I'm not talking about 50 kilometer.
4 times 5, Abi.
40. No. There's no 5 in this question, in this situation.
No. I thought the stopping distance.
Yeah.
Stopping distance would be anything big. Wait. Stopping distance, right? First number of the speed.
For
Times 2.
times it itself, that is the stopping distance. Okay.
Are you talking about the speed that will reduce, that will be seen in our screen?
I'm talking about the distance arrest. That is the safety distance. That is the safety distance I'm talking about.
Meters.
Yeah. So if you are talking about safety, I'm talking about that. I'm bringing this table back to our view so that we can see the safety distance. I'm talking about the safety distance.
Okay, now it will be 16 meters, right? 4 times 4.
The safety distance is 4 times 6.
What?
The safety distance is 4 times 6, and then the stopping distance that we are talking about is going to be 4 times 4, which is 16.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I'm saying that this calculation is show. So we are going to take our time again. If we still need to come back to it, we will still come back to it again. So it's going to be 4 times 4, which is 16.
Yeah.
That's why I'm bringing back this table. This table is very, very important for us to, if you want to memorize it, we memorize it. This table is very important. Reaction time is any kilometer that they give us. We just take the first number, first digit, multiply by 3. If it is stopping distance, we will take any kilometer that they give us, multiply by itself, which is the stopping distance arrest. Okay? And if it is the safety distance, it's going to be any kilometer that they give us, multiply by 6. Are we understanding it now? So that's the difference between the
Can I
two.
suggest something?
Yes, suggest, sir.
This place, the stop distance, first number of the speed, that bracket, that two you put.
Two, yes, if you want to do raised to power, 5 raised to power 2 is
Okay.
what?
Okay. Maybe we should put square root.
Square root.
Yeah.
Okay, I will adjust it, and what I'm going to do is I will screenshot this picture and post it on the group for us.
Yes, please. Thank you.
I will do that. Okay, I will screenshot this picture and put it on the group for us to be able to see. So I'm going to this question now. Can you see the question? Can we try and read? I know to read it. I will read it in English for us. Then we'll now guess. Will now tell me the answer. So I just have these 5 type of questions for us. So then that will be the end of today, and we can now, if there is any question. Are we ready? So we have question 1. They said over a distance of 100 meters. If I drive at 80 kilometers per hour, I will perceive A, the same number of the clue as if I travel at 40 kilometers per hour. A, okay. B, the 2, that is the A. 2 times. No, I mix it together. The first one is 2 times more than the clue if I drive at 40 kilometers per hour, and the same number of the clue if I drive at the same speed. Then the C part is 2 times if I drive at the same route, that is at 40 kilometers per hour. C. Do you understand the question? If over a distance of 100 meters, CJ rule, that is if I drive at 80 kilometers, I will perceive, that is I will have the same indice, the same clue. That is what they said. I will perceive 1, 2 times lesser than the indice if I travel at 40 kilometers per hour. A. 2, the same number of indice if I travel at 40 kilometers per hour. Then 2 times more than the clue if I travel at 40 kilometers per hour. The question of Code de la Rue is always confusing, so we need to just take our time to meditate on it. So once you are ready, just tell me ready. When you are ready, let me know that we are ready.
Okay.
So what is our answer?
I think the answer would be, wait, I can't see the screen. I can't see your screen anymore.
I'm coming. Okay. The screen is back.
I think the answer would be B, la même nombre d'indices que si je roule à 80 km par heure.
The answer is C.
Oh man.
If you are driving at 80 kilometers and you are driving 80 kilometers per hour, and you are now driving at 40 kilometers per hour, it's going to be, you are going to see far more at 40 kilometers than 80 kilometers because it's 2. Do you understand what I'm saying now? You are driving at 80 kilometers per hour and you now reduce your speed to 40 kilometers per hour.
Yes, that's true.
So that is question 1. Question 2. During the reaction time, the vehicle 1 continue to move at the same speed. A. Begin to slow down. B. And stop completely. C.
Il continue à avancer à la même vitesse.
Yes, you are right. Ah, sorry, I did not remove this. This one is not the answer of this one. Yeah, okay. Yes, you are right. That is the answer. That is the correct answer. Answer is A. That is the moment I want to explain it for others. The moment you see maybe or you saw an obstacle on the road, you know that is when you start to brake, and your vehicle will not slow down immediately. It will just be taking, it will begin to slow down little by little, and you know that the reaction time is just 1 second. That is why the answer that Brother Fine choose is continue to move at the same speed at the reaction time, because it's 1 second is not second that is long. Okay, so we are right, is A. So we'll go to the next question. I have 5 questions for us today. I said I will be bringing at least 5 questions each day until we start doing full question and answer, until we finish all the theory part. So this question is, my vehicle breaks down. I turn on the hazard light, that is j'allume le feu de détresse. Yes, A. No, B. J'ai franchi la ligne de droite, that is I cross the straight line. Yes, C. No, D.
I choose A and D. No, I mean I choose A and C.
Can you give me explanation?
Okay. Mon véhicule tombe en panne.
Yeah.
J'allume le feu de distress.
D'accord.
The feu de distress is the hazard light.
Exactly.
I have to turn it on. Yes. So yes, I have to turn it on. And j'ai franchi la ligne de droite. I have to go to the right, because the right is always the slow lane. If you look very well at the rear view mirror, you see that there's a car behind you, so you don't want to cause any issue. So you have to, turn at droite. You have to go to the right and place yourself on the right.
Yeah, you are right. But the right lane, the right lane is not the slow lane. It is the emergency lane.
It's not, yes.
It's where you can park. We did it last week, where you can park if there is a problem with your car. If maybe, yeah, that is the lane for it. That's the only thing that you do. It helps to do. That is why that lane is there. Okay, so and that lane, you will see that there will be a niche of security there, where we have already discussed, where you can call for emergency. You can call emergency. Maybe you want to call that they should come and help you to carry your car, or there is issue. So that is what is we are talking about here. So you are right. The answer is A and C. So the answer is A and C. So it's correct. So that is our question number 3. So we'll go to question number 4. So for the purpose of others, let me read it in English. Speed limit sign have the same size on the road as on highway. On this road, that is, does the speed limit has the same on this road as the same thing as the highway? That is what it means. Le panneau de la limitation de vitesse ont même la même dimension sur la route. Sur autoroute. So highway, which is the autoroute.
No.
No, yes, no.
So can we explain?
That's where you go first.
Because this express is not the biggest express. That's the way I can explain it. This one is not the real express. The real express only has like 130 or like that.
Okay, I agreed.
That is the only way I can.
Very fine. Your own. Explain your own.
So the autoroute has on the left lane is always 130, while on the right lane is always less than 110 or so. So if this 90 that we have here, it's for I don't know. It's not access
road réglementaire.
We exactly more like that. Yeah.
So what? Yes, you both are right. So I will just add to it that when you're on the highway, you will be able to read all the panel. We know the panel on the highway is very big, and it is readable from 150 meters. Just note, with somebody that have a good eyes, 10/10. So we're going to talk about height next week. It is readable at 150 meters. Okay, so it is very big. That is why the answer is B. So is right. So we are right. So we treat the last one. So in this case, said I turn on the left turn signal. Yes, A. No, B. Then I am getting ready to give way to the right. Yes, C. No, D. So à vous à jouer, bó ṣe máa ń sọ ní èdè Français, à vous jouer.
Okay, I'm going to choose A and C.
Okay, others?
Can you repeat the question?
I turn on the left turn signal. Yes, A. No, B. The right, yes, the left signal, yes. It's gush is left. Okay? Okay, I think then the second one is I am getting ready to give way to the right. Céder le passage à droite. That is give way to the right. Yes, C. No, D.
The first one is A, then the second one is C.
So I need explanation.
Okay, one, you are parking, you have already parked,
No.
then you want to go out, then you must trafficate because of the car that is coming behind you.
No. The answer is right, but the explanation is wrong.
Okay, let me explain. First of all, you are not the one in the blue car.
Yes, no. Always put yourself in the car that, but are you fine? Please, let me tell you something. Always put yourself in the position. Any car that they are just showing the steering, put yourself, you are the one inside that car. Yeah, okay. Let's go on.
The direction says you must go left.
Yes.
It means that going right is under D. So you must go left. And je me préparais à céder la passage à droite. Yes, always priority on the right. Leave the way for people coming on the right to pass first before you go.
That is just the explanation. Let me show you to others. So
how did I get the answer with the wrong explanation?
because it is English.
Yeah.
And you know it is English, and your imagination is you park. You didn't park, you're on the road going.
Yes, you're on the road.
You are not parking. If you park, you will see that blue car, where that blue car is parking. That is the place you will park. Because if you park where you are blocking the road of some of the car coming at your back. So it shows that you are going. And if you are going, you see this panel, this first panel that they showed us here is telling you that you are obligé to turn right. You cannot go to turn left. You are not going to go to your right. Compulsory. And if you are answering a question, try to look for clue. 1, look for panel. 2, look for the line, if there is line on the floor. Those 2 things is going to help to answer a question of this type. And the next thing that you should look for, since you cannot go to your right, you should know that you are going to turn you are going to your left. That one is compulsory. That is what brought about the answer A. Then the next thing is, since you know that you cannot turn to your left, that solves the first one. The second one is you have to give way, priority à droite. When you are going out of another street, you don't block any car that is already on, that is going straight. You don't block them. So that is why you have to give way to that car that is coming. You that you want to enter a new road, you are the one to give way. It's a question of common sense. It's just that you need to know what to do, how to explain it, because when you are able to explain, you will never see this type of question. Even if they tweak it, you'll be able to answer it. Okay, so that is it. So let me come back. I'm back. I am back. We are finished for today. So thank you for joining. Thank you for today. So I am back. Can you see me? So thank you so much. I am back. I am back again. I'm back here. So thank you for the clap. Thank you for the clap. I appreciate it. Thank you. So if there's any other questions, let's ask and let's talk about it, and then we can.
I have sent my question on the chat. I don't know if you saw it.
Okay, is it possible that you show us what the faux décoiffement look like? Okay, let me go back and show you what the faux décoiffement look like. Sorry, I need to go back to the screen. I'm coming. So just 1 minute. I want to go back to the question, to my
Is that?
I said hold on 1 minute, let me go back to the
Okay.
because I just vite fait close it now, so I need to bring it back. The 1 minute. So okay. The faux décoiffement, c'est ça? C'est ça? You want I mean you want to see the faux décoiffement, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Why this one just go passive? Maybe I just minimize it. I didn't minimize it. The faux décoiffement is this faux décoiffement. Okay. Yeah, I want to reshare my screen now. Okay, yeah. Can we see it now? Hello?
I can see it.
Yeah, this is.
What I'm saying is, I was wondering if, can you hear me, ma'am?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I mean, on a real car, where can we find that code for the Quasmo? For the Quasmo, for the.
You mean when you are driving, Abi?
Yeah, just.
Why driving? Okay. Why driving? C'est ça?
Why driving or when it's
Oh.
parked, when the car is normal, yes.
Okay.
Just a picture.
Don't worry. Let me go to the. Let me go to the browser.
I get confused so very well. Yes, I get really confused most of the time.
For the décoiffement image. This magnet I need to share. I want to share a particular window so that you can be able to see only that window. I don't want to share everything so that it will not be confused. I want to. It's not easy to, because I want to try to open only the. With the cause for the Quasmo or for the root or any of them, the more you are driving, the more you are doing you are treating it. That is the more you get used to it. So if you don't, I want to try to make it big and share the screenshots. I try to screenshot it so that you can see it. What is the name? Screenshot. Okay. I don't know. Are you talking about this? Can you see it? Hello?
Yes,
Is that what you are talking about?
Okay, so okay, for example,
Yeah.
we have the fog lights.
We have
We have
the fog light, yeah.
yes, we have the signal like trafficator.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying that yes, I'm saying maybe you're standing in front of your car. You're standing in front of your car right now.
Yeah. You will see it. I can understand what you're saying. You will see it on the steering or in the tableau du bord.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's clear now. Yes, I
That is
got
where
it.
you will see it.
I got it now. Oh yeah.
That is where you will see it. Either with on your like my own our own car is on the steering. That is where you will see it. Where you are holding is you. Some car you see it on the tableau du bord. It will not be in the steering. So it depends. So for the Quasmo, I'm coming. For the Quasmo, I can still let me still try to see if we can still see the picture on the tableau du bord. Tableau. Okay, I think I saw one, so I can show us the position light. The same place that you see this position light, that is where you are going to see it too. In some other cars. In some other car, that's how you will see it. So let me bring this another screenshot. Is what? Screenshot. Okay. Can we see this as well?
Yes.
Yeah. In some car it will be here. Okay. For the Quasmo, whether for the root, whether for the Brouillard, there is a place for each of the button on the car. In each car, so they are all different. It's not the same. Each car is not the same. We should just take note of that. Each car is not the same. It depends on the model of each car.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
So it's not going to ever be the same with each other. Okay, so I think I have another one. I have another one that can really help us very well again. And another screenshot. Let me see. What about this one? Can you see this new one?
Yes, I can see this. Okay, just on the left.
Okay, this is another type. That is where you are going to see it. Everything here, these three circle time with a speed limit, that is where they are calling tableau du bord. Okay, so this is where you are going to see everything that is happening. If your car is like this, it depends. Our own car is not like this. So
okay.
Yeah. So I think we have come to the end of today's lesson, and with little questions we are able to answer. So I will say thank you so much for joining me, and then we'll see on Thursday.
Okay.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Good evening.
Yeah, and you too. Thank you. Be blessed. Bye, everyone.